Good morning, everyone. We are starting another day of NQ Futures scalping, and the series is titled From Zero to $1 million per year trading stock market. So on this channel, we are attempting to go from $0 to $1 million per year by using prop firm accounts, prop firm trading, by scalping, by trading the stock market, New York sessions mainly. So this is what we are doing here. In the video description, there will be a link to the introduction video. I suggest you watch the video if you want to follow the series, because this will give you an overview of what we are trying to achieve. How are we going to get there, and basically what's the math behind the entire idea and behind everything we do on this channel. All my trades will be shown live. Everything I do, all the losers, all the winning trades, everything is going to be shown live. Everything is going to be transparent. And basically the idea is to grow from zero, basically with just one prop firm account, to 2025 accounts, and making about $200 per account at least, so that we can reach $5,000 per month, which basically gives us 1 million per year. Is that the math, or I got lost? I'm just trying to 5,000. No, that's not right. Hang on a second. What's the math behind the idea here? Okay, so that's a good exercise. I've done that video a little while ago, so let's just do the math once again. So we need to do 1 million per year, okay? That's divided by, no, that's okay, I know, 5,000 per day, okay? So going back to my math, 5,000 per day, let's go to the beginning. So 200 per account times 25 accounts, that's 5,000 per day, okay? Times about 20 trading days, that's what I missed, okay? That's 100,000 per month, times 12 months, that's over 1 million, that's what I meant. Okay, I said to myself, what the heck am I doing here? But that's the math behind the idea. So we really only need to make 200 per account per day. And now, if you think about this $200 per account, trading, let's say 3 micro contracts, not even minis, 3 micro contracts, that will be $6 per point. Okay, so if we divide it by $6, that would be about 33 points per day. This would be our target. Actually, our target is, we are targeting 2 micro contracts per day, 2 micro contracts per account. So basically, we are kind of targeting about 50 points, but between 30 and 50 points is that sweet spot. We don't want to go too large, simply because trading 1 mini is great, but there is a risk involved in doing so as well. So we want to start small, we want to grow over time, and that's the purpose of this series. Yeah, so I hope I clarified that. Business first. So let's take a look at the news. I don't think we have any or many. Wednesday is a big day. There's going to be FOMC interest rate decision, so all eyes are on that tomorrow. Today, 9 a.m. we had the housing price index. We have consumer confidence in 34 minutes. So at 10 a.m. New York Times. So we need to pay attention. Other than that, there is nothing. This is going to be major event. Good. So let's move this away. We have been moving higher, definitely. The markets are crazy high. Now we got to, okay, so we did have a consolidation. I'm looking at the 15-minute chart right now. The daily chart looks interesting. Let me switch to the daily chart. Why is it not showing? Awesome. Daily chart is not showing for whatever reason. It should be showing. Okay, so I'll move that window here so you can see it. This is the daily chart, okay? So in other words, we had a lot of things going on. We had this volume imbalance here. We had this volume, which we kind of traded into. We had this massive volume imbalance, which is now confirmed. And now we had another volume imbalance between those two candles, which we need to mark on our screen on a chart as well. Volume imbalance, really, let's say 28 October. This is not confirmed yet, but I want to have it on my chart in case we trade down to it. Seeing globally. So this is going to be that yellow line you can see kind of in the back of this chart. We are on the sell candle today in the futures markets. So we'll see if that's going to materialize in a blow off top, or are we going to actually draw down? I think a blow off top today and then a sharp drop tomorrow is on the table, or vice versa as well. But I think we are going to see something. Time will show. Again, I do not have the crystal ball. So that was the 1 minute chart. The 5 minute chart, we had this gap here, which is a big gap. So we want to make a note of it. Value gap. Okay, we're gonna keep an eye on this because it may want to get it closed. There was another runaway gap here, I believe. What am I doing? Like this and like this, more or less. Okay, so we will take a look at this. We will keep an eye on this. Volume imbalance here. 15-minute chart at the second consecutive top, and we are moving higher. The markets are open now, so let's switch to 1 minute and let's take a look at the liquidity. We have the gap here. The gap is, I think we may actually want to close it today. The gap is here. So let's see what's gonna happen. We have been moving higher. No structure break. This could be a short liquidity grab to close the gap. These gaps tend to get closed. It's 973 to 050, so about 70 points gap. So that's a candidate for for basically closing that gap. We do have some liquidity down here. We have the London low here, New York high from yesterday, 27, London high 28, so that's today. Nothing above us, just clear sky. I would like to get the trade to close this gap. The question is if I will be able to get the trade there. It feels like this gap is going to get closed, but there is nothing on the chart that could give me an entry right now. By the way, I did not realize when I closed the stream yesterday, I did not realize that the range during the live stream, meaning the number of points Nasdaq has moved from the low to high, was about 100 points. And we actually managed to scalp 31 points, which is 30%, which is massive. So that's good. Hopefully today will be even better, but again, time will show. How could I enter this trade to the short side to close this gap? I mean, that would be very interesting to me. Let's give it a minute or two. See if we can get to the 9, candle number 9 here. Microphone a little bit closer. The 5-minute chart is not indicating we are going to close that gap. This does not have to happen. I'm just saying I would like this to happen. Please to go to the midpoint of the gap. Let's see. 10 o'clock. We need to mark 10 o'clock because we've got some news coming up. This is very tempting to actually enter this trade. We have moved quite a lot above all-time highs, and the old all-time highs have not been tested just yet. The old all-time highs, my chart, are 394, 25,394. How is the 1 hour chart looking? Let me take a look. Okay, so the 1 hour chart cooled down a bit. We may be creating divergences, bearish divergences, but it's a little bit too early to say. Okay, so if we wanted to enter to the long side, I would actually be tempted to entering of that line here, the top of the, see, it's moving down. I wonder if we bounce here. We have this small order block here. It's a little bit too little for me, but I'd be interested for it to bounce kind of off this area. We have a view up here, we have the EMA, 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. There is this order block here as well, it may bounce from. This is in the vicinity of the upper quadrant of this opening range gap. Moving higher. $26,007. Yeah. Okay, let's watch this. I'm gonna do some drawings on my trading chart. What's the volatility today? Because yesterday was like really slow. Today it's about 18 for now on the 2-minute chart. So 18, I would prefer this to be a little bit higher, gives us a little bit more points to make during our scalps, but 20, I guess it's okay. The 5-minute. The 5-minute is the two first candles about 35.40. That's not bad. So let's watch this. I don't expect, again, we've got some medium kind of impact news. I don't expect a lot today, especially that we moved yesterday a lot as well, so maybe like a range day today. We'll see. Okay, so now we bounced off the top of the opening range gap. Do we have the first fair value gap? This was 930 candle. We didn't have the gap here. Yep, there is a gap here. So this is going to be a small, but still there. First fair value gap, and today is 28 October. Let's lock it in place. There is another gap here. That's a standard gap. Fair value gap. And it looks like we are not closing the bodies yet. So if we drop from here, I would actually be interested in selling this to go lower. That is if we do this. Okay, right now we are trading higher. If we close, the wicks are allowed. I don't want bodies there. So let's see if this was just kind of a fake out. I have my sell limit, sell stop order kind of below this candle here. but we are penetrating this gap right now. So let's see. I would still want this to trade down a little bit. May not get this. Okay, first presented fair value gap. Are we going to use this to bounce to the downside or are we not? Let's observe. Okay. Ideally, I would like these lows to be taken here. That would be perfect. This would be a liquidity. Okay, if we go below these lows, hit the 0.25 level, that would be fantastic. Right now we are clenched in between those two gaps. No gaps here. Maybe trading into the order block potentially. I am feeling less confident about my trade idea right now, especially that we are moving up. Would I want to get into the trade somewhere around this line here? Not 100% convinced. I may do 0.88, 0.95. Not bad. Technically, we did not break any structure here, so that would be a very risky trade. I'm saying technically. Here the wicks went below these candles, okay? But we did not break this low. Six. Okay, so the moment of truth. What's gonna happen here? Should we enter a short of my line or not? Also, there is a wick on the 5-minute candle, which I did not notice. And right now we are at the midpoint of that wick, which may act like a trigger to go to the downside as well, as we've seen yesterday. So let's see. Interesting. We have not breached 0.5 and now we are moving down a little bit, maybe just into this gap. Okay, so it seems like I am in the trade. I don't have much confidence in that trade. So I'm going to keep my stop loss tight. Trade, so you can see it. And I would like this to go at least here. I mean, let's see. Some kind of drop deeper into this gap would be nice. Okay, the 38 level is a very reasonable level, and this is the midpoint of this gap. So let's see how this is going to work out. I may be quick to actually move my stop loss again to the break-even point, but I want at least like 10 points before I do this. Come on, a little bit more. It may be testing this down candle here, the midpoint, so we want to move below that. I really want for it to take down these lows. It looks promising for now. Okay, we should definitely move it to break even now. And are we going to see lower prices? 16 points. Will we get 20 points? Yay! Nice. Very nice. And that is where I should probably enter long trade. But because we had the lower highs here, I will wait until it takes down these lows maybe. I think it wants to dig deeper into that gap. So we liquidated those stops if there were any. I don't want to be greedy here, okay, because that is the trade I would take normally with a very tight stop of that line, which would materialize nicely. 0.38. My stop would be about here, about 30. And we would be 0.38 to 58, 20 points. Wow. Okay, so I should have taken it. Anyway, let's enjoy our trade that we have taken actually. And let's mark this on the screen, see what happened. So that was the short of the 26,064 level. '64 level, okay. And my stop at the time would have been somewhere above these highs, maybe here. And I exited pretty much at the lows. So that was 39. So that is 25 points, not bad. First trade, 25 points. Winner. Good. We are going to take these lows most probably, by the way. If I have waited, we will probably move down a little bit deeper, as I said, into that opening range gap. Maybe even close it completely. But again, if I entered, so if I flipped my short into a long of this, we would get 20 points, another 20 points here. So that was a very quick, nice trade. I could have entered higher, and I will show you where on the 5-minute chart. Okay. So see this week, if we grade it, okay, that's the midpoint of the week. Okay, 0.5. We got to it almost perfectly. Again, I'm not sure how accurate my drawing is here. Just a second. I'm watching the 1 minute for a potential trade as well. Yeah. So here, this on the 1 minute chart looked like that. Okay, so we kind of bounced around here. I did not enter here, disclosure. I entered below this gap. So I wanted to see if it manages to drop below this gap. That was my idea, basically. It did, so that's fine. And we got the full 25 points, which is very nice. So let's take a screenshot here. Now, I don't think this is gonna be left on the table. Those stops here. I'm on Nasdaq. If it moves to the VWAP, overshoots the VWAP, 26,013 would be a potential nice trade. The 5-minute doesn't look so good though. 26. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's watch this a little bit more. What was the ratio in this one? Okay, so it took down these stops, so that's no longer here. Move to the VWAP and bounce. This order block here is not tested. So 26,003. 26,003, that would be potentially good play. VWAP is at 26,019. 26,019. So here, what do we have in the vicinity of VWAP? Let's see, we have this gap here, which was runaway gap. And then we had this gap here as well. So, okay, but this is no break of structure here, potentially. 0.25, see, we are bouncing off 0.25 level, upper quadrant. And that could have been a good play for like 20 pointer. 19. Come on. Do 20. This is 20. But realistic, we should exit at the top of this gap. Boom, 20 points, okay. Oh my goodness. What is that jump? Are you seeing this? Okay, could this be a liquidity grab? Again. Oh. news. The news is not here, or is it? Economic news. Home price, 4 minutes, consumer confidence. So what is this move? I like it for a short. I don't think I'm gonna enter just before the news, and though it is tempting. What do I think of it? Well, we kinda broke the structure, but we bounced off the upper quadrant. We moved here, we took these lows, these highs. We went up to this order block almost perfectly again. Now we are moving down after the break of structure. That looks actually like a good short, but of at least this line here, okay? This would have been perfect short, but it went up so quickly. And then it closed below these highs for a lower low, a lower high. Nasdaq scalping, 1 minute scalping, guys. The reason why I do 1 minute scalping on Nasdaq is basically because it moves quite decently fast. That's one thing. Plus, I am quite impatient. So I don't like to be stuck in the trade for a long time. Okay, I like my trades to be fast, whether winner or loser, and that's why trading NQ, scalping NQ is the way to go for me. There are many other vehicles, but I think to me Nasdaq is, at least for now, the way to go. It moves relatively fast. I used to trade a little bit ES, but that can go really, really slow sometimes. So yeah, we'll see. Lucid Trading, prop firm account, still 45% off. This is my favorite, and this is the only eval I am trading right now. And probably if you are a beginner, complete beginner, this is what I would recommend you to go with, because there is a one-time fee. This is a one-time payment only. It costs like $65 or something like that, $60, $70. And okay, we've got the news now. And this is a one-time fee. There is no activation if you pass. And if you want, especially if you are starting, you want to take it slow. And having a monthly fee for your account just puts additional stress on you. So I think this is an absolute gem right now. So if you want to try it, there is a link in the description of this video. Highly recommend you get an account to get the real-time data on Nasdaq, and no activation fees and no monthly fees as well. So right now it's 10 a.m. We had the news, I believe. Not much has happened yet. I'm going to move my marker to 10:10, which is where the macro, the 10 a.m. macro ends. So the macro is usually 10 minutes before an hour, top of the hour, and 10 minutes after. So for example, 10 a.m. macro is from 9:50 to 10:10, okay? And this is where the positions get accumulated. the market may look like it's not moving a lot, but around 10 past 10 it should start moving again. So that's why I'm watching this. At least this is my understanding. Black line, I'm going to delete the black line. What's that? I'm going to delete that. What is the discount for this entire move? Let's put some measurements here. Okay, so the discount line, this is the equilibrium, 0.5. So anything below is the discounted price, anything above is premium. So in premium, we should be selling, in discount zone, we should be buying. So would this be a good buy? Possibly. Again, I've just noticed something which I have not seen before. There is a small volume imbalance here. Look at that. It's tiny. Volume imbalance, see? But it did its job here. I have not seen it. Wow, this is very tiny. Look at that. So that, no, you can't even see it. My screen went black right now, that's awesome. You can't even see it, but it's here. And I believe this is the top quadrant of the opening range gap. So those two levels combined gave us the support we needed here. Okay, we took down these lows, went a little bit lower to the volume imbalance here. We accumulated 1, 2, 3 candles. Now we are moving high. Okay, so that could be a good play, but again, my knowledge is not enough just yet. I did not even spot this volume imbalance here. It's tiny. Have I seen it? Coupled with the grading on the gap. Let's see. Yeah, I would be tempted because again, we are in the discount zone. Okay, we took down these lows. Probably it would be smaller position because I would be afraid we may be testing this or even this order block. Okay, wanting to close this gap, maybe not fully, but at least the 0.5 level. This line here is very tempting, and this is also daily opening gap. Today's daily opening gap. So that is where the market opened, actually closed and opened, because that was just 1 point gap. So yes, it would be interesting to actually enter a long here for a quick bounce at least, but we did not. So let's watch this price action now. I don't expect major moves until we reach the 10-10. So let's see. Looks decently bullish right now. Going on. Look at that. First presented for a value gap. So we are bouncing off that. 1, almost 2. We are kind of bouncing off that and that order block, and we touch this order block. Okay, so scratch that, we are not looking bullish. I was looking at the bottom of that chart here. So I would not enter longs here. If anything, I would enter a short. Do I want to enter a short? A little bit scared to take it, quite frankly. We are in the premium zone, definitely. We have shown the willingness to actually break this structure. We closed some bodies below this low, below these candles, and below this order block. Now we are making lower highs, and we are bouncing on this gap here. Tough call. I'm gonna have some tea. There is another thing to pay attention to. See, this is what my experience does not allow me just yet. Hopefully this will change. See that gap? And there is another gap here. Okay, so we are kind of stuck in between those two gaps. We have moved down. We have bounced for a bullish trade to the upside. And this is hard, okay? This is beyond my experience, and hopefully one day I will know if this structure is bullish or not, but I have no idea just yet. This looks to me like it wants to go lower, to be honest. Let's see if this is going to happen. What would make me enter a short here? Maybe a little bit of alcohol. Then this luck. This does look like a trade to the downside, to be honest. 10-10 is coming. So one way or another, we will see a resolution soon. I am probably not going to have a chance to enter of this gap. That's 0.75. My stop would have to be at least 0.85, if not all the way here, 95. So that's 20 points. That's quite a lot. Okay, 10-10. So I will move my macro to my marker to 10.30 right now. And this is where the initial balance will be set. What do we think of it? 5-minute looks bullish. 15-minute looks very bullish. One day we may be working on the blow of top. None of the bodies are penetrating the first fair value gap here. This should give me a confidence that this is going lower. But again, the 5-minute Looks definitely bullish. This break of structure is what makes me think that we are going down. Still have this gap, it's after 10. The market should start running. It's taking a long time. Where is the midpoint of this candle? Midpoint is here. I am so tempted to enter a short trade here. Not of this level, but if we move a little bit higher. Especially if we take down these highs, okay, those wicks, move to the 0.5 level here. I am tempted, I am not going to lie. I will log that trade in. 1 to 2. Plus we have another volume imbalance, which we have not seen. This one is a little bit bigger. I need to pay closer attention to this. Okay, so look what's going on here. We had the pass through it to the upside, pass down. Okay. Zero confidence to enter this trade. And yet it looks like a textbook to me. Maybe I will put a sell stop below this candle here. So if we drop, and we should drop 66. Now let's wait and see. If I'm going to take the trade here, then this is going to be a very small trade. Sell stop. Okay, it seems like I'm in right now. Let's see. Where would we want to go? Okay, let's see. This is a very small trade. Just so tempting. I'm gonna move my stop loss quickly if it moves in the direction I want it to. 10 points. or below these lows, and I will move my stop loss to break even. My stop loss currently would be sitting somewhere here. Okay, 7 points. Nine points. Okay, should we move it to break even? My goodness. Break even. Either dump or leave me alone. Leave me alone here. 5 points. $0.47, that should go easily if it goes down. What are you trying to achieve, Nasdaq? Eight points. Can we get at least 15 points? No. Okay, so that's break even. I did not have a lot of hopes for this trade. Still can go down. I may still re-enter. But this is just barcoding right now. I can see what it's doing here, but again, my experience is not enough to take advantage of it. Okay, second trade, break even. Sorry, guys. Wow. If it's gonna go higher, then I think these lows will be taken. Okay, these lows here. Maybe somewhere around this gap, the midpoint of this gap. If it's going to go lower, I think these highs will be taken because there is liquidity building around both of these levels. So let's see which one is going to be taken first. Then the opposite move would be on the table. We have some gaps to be closed. This one here. This one theoretically has been closed. We might still kind of dig into it one more time if we are to go higher. Okay, so lows taken. I would definitely not be entering long here. Because that looks to me like it wants to go lower. But again, this may mean we actually go higher. This is what I don't know just yet. Let's watch and see. Let's see which of my scenarios plays out. There is also a chance we took down these lows. Now we are going to move higher and then dump. So we have all three scenarios on the table. From what I'm seeing, it looks like we are going to move higher right now. And that is a very short-term view based on the recent price action. Okay, considering a longer price action, that tells me we are going to move lower. Although considering the bigger scenario, we have the gap here. I think we may want to touch this gap actually. Look, this corresponds to the opening range gap midpoint. We do have this gap that needs to be at some point closed. Do we have any other gaps in the vicinity? This was, oh, that looks good. That is a good candidate as well for a lower target. That is if we get there. This area, I would be interested in catching the knife here if we drop down sharply. This is below VWAP, so we need to be careful. But this order block here, this looks promising to me. This is 26003. That's an even level as well. 003. Let's take a look. I will be watching that level. This could be the level to bounce off. Closed all these gaps. It may even overshoot it a little bit. Anything going on? Nothing is dropping just yet. And also, there are some interesting stuff below us. I'll show you this in a second. What's going on here? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so we dropped down into that gap. Now it seems like we are bouncing off the middle of this gap. Nobody's penetrating this fair value gap. The bottom part stays open, which is a sign of bullishness. For me, this is a, and we have this volume, small volume imbalance here. This is mixed information to me. However, if we did stick with a trade, it wouldn't be break even, it would be a winner. Okay, we are moving down. So let's watch this price action now. Okay, untested order block here. Might be an area to bounce. I think we're gonna go lower. We already used this as support. If we wanted to bounce to the upside, we would move from here. Just sliced through it for now. Let's see, 930 is coming. Okay, bouncing of it. Gap closed. VWAP below us. For the guys who play VWAP game, this could be a bounce trade. 0.28. I think we're gonna overshoot it. No, that's the volume imbalance here. Okay, can't see it at all. So it seems like we are in the range day today. If that's true, then that could be potential entry. Okay, of the mid of that gap. Would we get 20 points anyway? Oh, just base hit. 10 points. So if this materializes, that would be a higher low, okay, which changes the look a little bit. We would probably then create a higher high and move down to the order block at some point again. Question is which one? Don't know them just yet. I am very conscious of the daily sell candle right now. There is lots of space to go on the 1 day chart, but still this is a dangerous zone right now. Okay, so we are working that fair value gap. One thing I need to mention is that I admire my patience during these live streams, because believe you me when I say I would not be that patient if I was trading off stream. So that's good. That's actually very good. So I'll keep doing that for now and keep the series running. Remember, we are attempting to go from $0 to $1 million per year trading NQ, trading Nasdaq, scalping Nasdaq, scalping the stock market. Okay, quick entries, quick exits, ideally. We are scalping 1 minute. So far, so good. Okay, we had really since the beginning of the series, we only had 1 losing day so far, which is great. And that was only 7 points. So what do we see here? Okay, a long accumulation here of shorts, maybe, looks like that. Okay, we touched the order block, created lower low, a lower high, accumulated, now moving down. Okay, so this is what makes it scary. I would probably not want to enter a trade of VWAP here. I have a feeling we slice through it and revisit this gap and potentially this area here. Let's see. Okay, so folks trying to enter longs of VWAP 26029 for a base hit. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. The long entries are being absorbed by the short sellers. We usually overshoot VWAP anyway. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, we are in the middle of the 5-minute fair value gap. Let's see, this is the 5-minute fair value gap. This is also the void. There is no trading here. Okay, so that needs to be balanced. Balanced meaning we had the price delivery up. Now we are looking at the price delivery down. That's why this area is of interest to me. Below 26.10. I would probably be trying to catch a knife here. I'm actually going to put a limit order, smaller one, but I do expect we get some bounce here by limit. That is if we see a kind of sharp drop. Now, there is a lot more things going on that chart. This is what I wanted to show you. Okay, so we are right now here working that void. Okay, this is the order block I'm looking at. See the down candle. There is another cluster here that is within a gap with volume imbalance as well. So ideally, I would like it to at least bounce from here for like 10-20 points and then move down. Hopefully it's not gonna slice through it like a, like a hot knife through the butter. There is a daily opening gap here as well, although it was just 1 point, so not really interesting. There is a midpoint of this fair value gap just below. And what worries me is we have these equal lows here. So there will be stops here. So that's 13 points below. I would probably want to start and build the trade here. Add to the trade maybe once we break these lows. Okay, this would be this volume imbalance, this would be this gap, and maybe put my stop maybe even below this week, 76. Let's see. For now, if we drop sharply here, then I will enter. If we kind of bleed to this level, then I will probably cancel it, see what happens. I mean, let's see how far we are. It's about 40 points. It's the volatility is 12, 11.6 on 1 minute. And $17 on the 2 minute. Let's see. Okay, so now we broke this low. we are moving up, so forks center of VWAP have their base hit right now. What is okay? We had see this is the small volume imbalance between those two candles. It had the price delivery down and up, so this become imbalanced now. I'm just going to delete that because I can't see it anyway. We have bounced not of VWAP, okay, this is just an illusion. We have bounced of the middle of this gap. Okay, see, we overshot it a little bit. Now we are moving up. So that could have been the move to liquidate this low. Now we will move higher. So that would mean I will not get my chance here. However, the structure here is bearish now. Okay, so that means we have this order block here, which we have used now, and hopefully we will move off that order block down. There is one more here as well, which I will put on the chart, the midpoint. This is below EMA 20 on the 5-minute as well. So that's what I'm saying, mixed signals, because on the 5-minute chart, we have this gap here. Okay, this is a breakaway gap. And we have this gap, which we are kind of accumulating off. Okay, midpoint. Nobody's going really below the top quadrant of this gap. So that structure, although we created lower low here, but that structure kind of looks bullish for the move upside, to the upside. It's tough. It is tough. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. I'll leave this. Right now we have used this order block, so it should give us a confidence this is going lower. The question is how far, how much lower. I am hoping we're gonna break down to this area. This is a big candle. Quite scary bounce trade. It's maybe a little bit too early to enter this trade. But if we look at this, this order block has not been tested just yet. That's kind of the idea behind this trade I'm taking here. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, below VWAP, closing the 5-minute gap, closing the 1-minute gap as well, approaching the midpoint of the opening range gap right now. Not there yet. What time is it now? It's 10:40. Okay, approaching my zone of entry, 14, only 10 points lower. Want to definitely see what's gonna happen here. We are bouncing off the 1 minute fair value gap, which is here. And we may as well stop here and move higher, in which case I would not get my trade idea here. This would be a little bit too high for my liking. I think we're gonna go lower. But again, let's see. I hope this is just not gonna dump through that a lot. This is a risky trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a lot more below us than above us. We are on the sell candle as well on the daily. So this has a lot of power to go down. But in terms of most logical bounces, at least for now, it's this candle. And it's this down candle here. Let's see. There is a lot of things, good things going on in this area on the chart. We have 1 minute support, we have 5 minutes support. We have daily opening gap, we have an order block, we have another top of the gap on the 1 minute. There is a lot of things here. Okay, but if we move up here and then down, not so sure anymore. So I would like to see this maybe drop sharply, very quickly, and then move back to the upside. For now, this is looking ugly for the long. Okay. Get ready. Order block. Actually want this one. Okay. Come on, give me a little bit more. Is that all we get? Or not? The midpoint of the opening range gap, 12, 0, 1, 2, which is more or less here. So we overshot it slightly. That corresponds with the middle of this order block. So maybe that should be my entry. We moved 20 to 10 points, but we are moving to this order block now, which is a bearish order block. And if it bounces from here, I'm not so confident about my trade anymore. Okay, I'm gonna remove this for now. Let's see if there is another better entry somewhere. We'll keep an eye on this line. This I can delete. We will keep an eye on this line and we'll see what's gonna happen. What time is it? 10:48, so we are entering the macro right now. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart. This is a nice candle. Okay, that 5-minute candle has, that 5-minute gap has been closed. I'm gonna keep this in my 5-minute chart for reference. We almost touched the breakaway gap on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so we are moving down again. Now, do I still want to enter off my line? Very good question. Not so sure about this anymore. Especially seeing those equal lows here. We have some more liquidity here as well. This is like immediate liquidity with this one being here as well. Okay, I'll delete this off my chart. Midpoint of the gap is normally enough, to be honest. I still think this gap will get closed one way or another. It's 974. That is in the vicinity of these equal lows. A little bit lower than this wick. That would be a good candidate as well. Where is our opening range? Sorry, initial balance. Initial balance is from here. 930. 30 is here. Okay. So that happens a lot as well. Where we move just outside the initial balance and then move back into the range, okay? Now that range does not look like a lot to me, to be honest. We have, wow, we have moved only 86 points so far. That's good news actually, because 86 points, if we scalped 25 points divided by 86, that's 30% again, okay? So this is in line with top traders in the world. Good. 30% is good. If we can scalp 30%, we are like doing really well. Okay, so it's not us, it's the market, okay? The market is not moving. If it moved to 100 points, we would have scalped a bit more, right? We are approaching 11 a.m. and I am getting bored. Come on, Nasdaq, I have better things to do in my life. Watching you doing nothing. Tomorrow is going to be a big day, FOMC. We are going to see a lot of movement tomorrow, sorry. FOMC September. I want to see when was the last time we had the FOMC. That was 16th, 17th of September. Is that right? 17th of September. Let's take a look at this. We are doing nothing. September 17th, and that is usually, I think 2 o'clock is good. I can't do this on the 1 minute chart, not enough candles. What about the minute chart? Think. 17. Okay, so the previous day, this was just before FOMC. The market moved 100 points. Crazy. And then we had the FOMC. So we had the expansion, range day, and this was crazy FOMC. So initially, the market was moving lower. And then I was actually trading this. I don't remember what was the result, to be honest. And this was, so just before FOMC rate decision, we went up. Then right after the decision, we just dropped down. Then into the press conference, we moved up, touched on the initial balance. Then when Powell was speaking, we moved down. And then when he finished speaking, we moved up and liquidated everyone. That was crazy. Yes, I remember this. Insane. So this is what we can expect tomorrow. And historically speaking, look at my phone. Historically speaking, we should see market moving up before the FOMC. Then drop and then up. So this was pretty much like a textbook. Except, so this drop was FOMC statement. Yep, almost textbook. Wow. Okay, so let's expect something like that. Move up, move down. And then after Powell stops speaking, so this will get, this will liquidate everyone. Then Powell stops speaking, we move up again. Let's see if this is going to materialize. Now let's see if Nasdaq is finally moving some. So I need to reset my chart. Because for now this is, this was tradable, quite frankly. I was just too scared to take the trade here. This was the 10 a.m. silver bullet according to ICT, most probably. So we moved, we touched on the midpoint of this candle. We accumulated shorts of this first presented fair value gap. The silver bullet is the entry between 10 and 11 a.m. So folks with more experience trading ICT concepts probably would have entered somewhere here. Okay, break of structure, accumulation of shorts, move down. Hindsight, perfectly, really nice trade. Exit would be, the first exit would be below these lows. It may not be the end just yet, but the exit will be below these lows here, so here. So if we entered somewhere here, which is where we should enter, that's about 50 points. Yeah, I would target about 50 points probably on this trade. Not just yet. 11 a.m. Okay, so the macro, 11 a.m. macro is ending. Again, are we accumulating again on this order block now? So mean threshold of this order block, that would be probably, now we have volume imbalance again here. I like to use the middle point of the top candle, to be honest. That gives me the best price and the smallest stop loss. Not always get the trade, but still I like it. We had this volume imbalance here, which we worked for a while. A little bit bigger. Imbalance. Interesting order block to bounce off. This one here, especially the fact we are on the sell candle on the 1 minute. although the 5-minute looks decently bullish. Still, had the break of structure, so there is an order block on the 5-minute, which is 26,069. 26,069, where is it? 26,069. So that would be in the vicinity of this volume imbalance here. Okay, so that just shoot through it. I'm glad we did not take a trade here. Plus we shouldn't, because we started making higher lows. This one, I think I was looking at, yes, we didn't get there. We didn't get even to the bottom of this candle. So is this the indication we are actually going to close this gap? So this order block has not been tested yet as well. This order block, I do prefer this one, to be honest. Maybe this order block. Okay, let's not get there just yet. Let's see what is going to happen. I'll give it maybe half an hour. I'll stay on the stream for half an hour. If not, we just finish for today and learn a little bit afterwards rather than just sitting doing nothing. I need to check something on my phone because the YouTube studio is showing like we have a massive delay in the stream, which I don't like because it is set to ultra low latency. So it should be like very responsive and quick. So let me check on this, on the actual stream. Subscriptions, Michael Jessa, live. Let's see. What is that thing showing? I'll give myself a like. And the price right now is 0.48, 0.48. Wow, okay. So YouTube Studio actually is showing a massive delay, while in reality, we have almost zero delay on this, on the stream, which is absolutely amazing. It's very good. It's very good because you guys can follow along. I just noticed something strange. No, that's all good. Okay, I was afraid this is not gonna work. So what are we doing here, Nasdaq? Almost 11:10, so the market should start running. So we should start seeking either liquidity or inefficiencies. Now, in terms of liquidity, we would have some liquidity above these highs here, maybe even this high. If it's a range, then we are just going to bounce. 5-minute candle starts to look very bullish. This is the order block, which I was considering entry from, but we are making these higher lows. And right now we have created another gap here. Change it to fair value gap. Okay. I think we can delete these gaps. Just in the way. We did not enter a trade just yet. So let's do this. Just a sec. Do we have an entry here, Nasdaq? We may have an entry on the 5-minute, and like I said yesterday, I do not like entering of the 5 minutes, so damn tough entry. 56 to 69. We have this gap, which is relevant right now. So we actually accumulated all this gap, we went up, created another gap. So right now we are doing this order block here. Okay, 11:30, this will be the end of the stream most probably. Okay, we are above the opening range gap, today's opening range gap. Still below this order block mean threshold. This is a valid order block, I think. So we had the candle up and then we basically dumped down. So that candle validated this order block. At least that's my understanding of the concepts. In hindsight, this trade looks so gorgeous. Okay, midpoint of that gap. We're going to make an inversion gap of it. And then maybe test this order block. Or maybe even move to my original entry. Or are we going to... Okay, quick dump. Let's see. Love this price. God, I love it. Okay, so now we inverted this fair value gap. Okay, so this was the fair value gap to the upside. Now we dumped through it, inverted it. Now are we going to accumulate of it to go down? Or what are we going to do? So that order block was not the worst idea in the world. I mean, to my liking, I did not really enter the trade here loss, where would I put my stop loss? Yeah, I would have to put it in at least above these highs. This is a sucker stop loss. 56, 14 points. No, I did not like it. That's kind of in the middle. Not to my liking. Now, if we measure this entire range, this actually was in the premium zone. Okay, so this is the equilibrium, 0.5 level of this entire move. And remember the institutions, the big fish, the big players, the smart money enter in the premium zone. So this was in the premium zone of this entire move. Okay. So I guess we could take the punt here. Really zero drawdown, at least base hit. Wow, even 20 points we would get. Anyway, I need to do the measurements a little bit more often, I guess. Okay, so this trade here, I did select the screenshot. Now let's put some comments into it, into the journal. So not the best entry. It was a bit afraid, as structure was not broken. So waited for the candle to dump a bit and entered below. Perfect exit though. That's all I need to know about this trade. And now we are on the 2 minute rather than 1 minute, so we need to switch. This looks like a cap. Okay. So what's going on here right now? Initial balance. Break of structure. Another move lower. Could this be viewed as bullish breaker? So we moved down, moved up, moved down to take down these lows. This bit. And then moved up. This could be a bullish breaker. Again, I'm not that adept just yet. And then move up, displacement. Where did I put this gap here? Should be like that. Displacement. Move down to this order block. There is a volume imbalance here again. Small, but still. This one here. Okay, we worked the volume imbalance here quite a lot now. It's definitely balanced now. Moving up of that gap. I mean, to be honest, I don't see where would I want to enter a short right now. This line here potentially, that's like a lot. This has been used definitely right now. Why is it so high? Ah, I was on the 2-minute. So that turned out to be a perfect entry. Okay, quite frankly, the best idea for entry I have right now is of that candle here. Okay, we have the volume imbalance here. So we probably want to enter maybe here. Plus we still have this one, which is untested just yet. I mean, this one here, this could be viewed as break of structure here, with those bodies closing above. So then move down, entry somewhere here, or maybe even on the top of this gap for a move up like here. But now, what would that be? Ah, not even 20 points. Lower low. So this seems to be sell-side delivery still. Kind of, if we consider bigger picture here. Smaller picture is changing, but the bigger picture, overall picture, seems to be that we are going down still. And just very slow. And we'll look at the 5 minute. Where could we potentially go on the 5 minute? I mean, apart from a massive dump, obviously. This line is like so tempting. So tempting, this one. Have the support here. Top of the volume imbalance, daily opening gap. 1 minute support, which has been there since pre-market today, not breached yet. 1 minute fair value gap in this vicinity. Okay, so I see there is an order block here. That is the old one that was reclaimed by this massive candle. Just trying in the meantime to read the price here. This is almost closed. Again, another volume imbalance here. The 5 minute. I think these lows will get violated tomorrow during FOMC. I'm not gonna play this price action, but I'm going to watch it. We have a lot of gaps here. In this area here on the 5 minute. Unclosed gap. I mean, these gaps tend to close sooner or later. So, value gap, extend left, extend right, extend right. We will look at there's another gap, and this one has been closed, I think. Yeah. So this one has not been closed. Extend right. Just so much stuff below us. And nothing moves in the straight line, guys. Nothing moves in the straight line. Plus, where is that all-time high, please? And that all-time high is here. Since we broke it here, that has not been tested. Plus we have this gap here. Has not been closed. We have this massive volume imbalance, that massive opening. Was it weekly or daily? The gap. I wonder how many points this is. 600 points. Yeah, that sounds like Nasdaq. You can laugh all the way, all as you want, but if you look at the daily, you can't look at the daily, okay. If we look at the daily, that candle here that liquidated everyone was 1,200 points. Okay. This top has not been tested yet. I think there is a high chance at some point we will at least touch on this line. If not the top of this, if not the top of this, if not the midpoint of this candle. We have volume imbalance here, volume imbalance here, volume imbalance here. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I think I'm out today. There's just absolutely nothing going on. Maybe afternoon session will be a bit more fruitful. Overall, I am very happy with the day. I could have got a better entry here, but I mean, considering the range 85 points, we have scalped 25 points, so it's like 30%. Good. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. We will trade in the morning. That may be a very slow session. I may not even enter any trades. We'll see what's going to happen. Watch this line here. Watch this line here on the 1 minute. And we will see where it takes us. If it happens to drop sharply in a few next minutes, then I may actually enter a trade here, but I don't know. Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.